The wildest ride in the wilderness just got a lot hotter. Ashley Carter posting this on X. Viewer sent video of a small fire coming from below the track in the load-unload area of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom caused the fire. Unknown source of this is Brittany Fair. We'll play this for you folks, but we were wondering, hey, get back on the screen. We were wondering, was it a real fire? And it appears to have been a real fire. It looks like probably an electrical fire related with the braking system in the load-unload area. Here's what we have. You can see the little flames, and you can see the sparks coming out. And then the result of that on opening day for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which had been closed for months and months as the Gen X Imagineers worked on it. The result of that was, well, this image right here. This image, folks, is an Imagineer who is spraying the fire extinguisher, and the call had to go in for a fire, and everybody at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad had to be evacuated. Now, were people's lives in danger? Well, probably not, right? But this is a huge black eye. This is a huge black eye for the Walt Disney Company to have this down for months and months and months, and your Imagineers reopen the thing, and everybody's excited, and oh, we're going to have to do a full-blown evacuation. And not only did they have to do a full-blown evacuation, but also we found out that there were guests on the ride when this happened. And you can see the video here. This is from Derek Bell. Says they got evacuated. We'll show you. This is them leaving the loading station just before, literally just before the fire breaks out. Again, it's a teeny weeny itsy bitsy fire, but it's an electrical fire. And that means that something was not right. Why would you have an electrical fire on a brand new ride? Essentially, everything's been replaced. The track has been replaced. And also, how many times do we have to do this now where Disney reopens a ride and it's a lemon? It's broken. MJ, I'll go to you first on this. We'll sit and watch as they sat there. I'm amazed that they sat on the ride waiting to be evacuated while there's a fire, and cast members didn't come get them and say, hey, we got a fire, you got to leave. They just left them here, and we'll let it play. MJ, your thoughts on this one?
It's just so disappointing. It's over and over and over. Astro Orbiter, the same thing. They were closed for months and they reopened, and it's not even going up as high as it used to. Buzz Lightyear, for heaven's sakes, it was pretty much down the whole weekend. I just don't know what on heaven and earth is going on. It's 16 months, guys, closed. And, like you said, Pro, it's a tiny little fire there. We saw the sparks, but shout out to that cast member that was able to put it out so quickly. But, it's unfortunate. People are buying lightning lanes and probably flying down for this reopening because this is a very nostalgic ride. And my goodness, it's just what a disappointment. And I'm glad that no one got hurt and everyone was evacuated safely, but it's just a shame. People were waiting in line. I think it was an hour and a half if you didn't have a lightning lane, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, and kudos to the cast member who,
yeah,
because put yourself in the shoes of the cast member.
Mm-hmm. It's
opening day.
Yep.
For Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. If I go get that fire extinguisher, I'm going to be on the news, and I'm going to have big meetings with big people at Disney, and I could lose my job, but I don't have a choice. There's literally a fire. Now we assume that person's going to be praised, but you can imagine if you look down there and you see a little fire. It's a big call for a cast member to go, okay, there's a little bitty itsy bitsy fire. I'm going to do all the steps I've been taught to do.
Yes.
I'm going to do a major PR black eye for the company, and I'm going to get the fire extinguisher, and we're going to call the fire department, and everybody's going to get evacuated. Yeah. And they did. And so I want to say kudos to the cast member because it was the right thing to do. And I hope Disney celebrates them, rewards them for doing so. That was the right thing. I don't know, if this had grown bigger, it could have damaged the load unload area, and Big Thunder could be down, again.
Yeah, she knows as soon as she grabs that fire extinguisher, all eyes are on her. Everyone's going to pull out their phones and start recording and putting it on every social media platform. But this is just really disappointing. These are brand new spanking rides. Where are they getting parts from? What kind of people are they actually hiring to do this kind of work? Look at Tiana. Tiana had a 10-minute wait all weekend. And it was like, it's just disappointing because this is not what we want for the park. We don't want this. And they're not delivering quality. It's not quality. And it's just happening far too often. And I am just really wondering what is exactly going on. Is it a cut? How far can you cut costs? Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. You're Disney. You should be able to afford the best materials, the best contractors. Florida has a lot of good contractors. And, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it's disappointing. And I'm so sorry for every family that, flew down for the reopening of this attraction. I really hope they were recompensated for their lightning lanes and I don't even know if they're going to give them a full refund or a rain check. Ron, how does that work?
And Ron, as we go to you too, I want to say there's a hero in this video.
Mm-hmm.
Always look for the heroes. Middle bat, we're looking at you, buddy. When all the other bats, no, get that camera back on middle bat. When all the other bats had stopped, those are they're like little straws, folks. They push air through that straw, and then the bat is attached via a string to the straw, and so it's an itty bitty little pipe. Okay, it's not a real straw, but and if it was a straw, it'd be a paper straw if it's a Disney. So it's a pipe. But they push a little bit of air, and it causes the bats to spin. When all the other bats said it's a fire, I'm done. I'm taking the day off. Middle bat, you're kind of like the left shark at the Super Bowl. You just do what you're supposed to do. Ron, walk us through this. What do you make of the first day back? And there's a fire in my boots. No, there's not a fire.
I have the song playing in my head right now. What little spark can cause a fire? Good Imagineers Disney can't hire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just
get out the hose and spray and spray and spray until your nose can't smell no smoke. Big Thunder Railroad, Big Thunder. Everybody, Ron, take it away. What do you got?
I tell you what.
Tell me what.
This is amazing. Like, it's almost bizarre. Like,
right?
You can now 100% expect something to go wrong on opening day. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they literally had the celebrities from Princess and the Frog out there to ride the ride, and it broke down on them. And then Crazy Lady had to start singing. And the funny thing is, of course, these two attractions are right next to each other. But Country Bears, remember that one? Also caught on fire when they reopened. There was
May Big Al rest in peace.
There was
smoldering to the
just like look. There are lots and lots of times that Disney rides go down for tiny little maintenance things here and there that happen throughout the day, and I understand social media may be amplifying the challenge a little bit, but as a former cast member who worked there for almost 10 years, on and off a little bit, I didn't hear about these things on a daily basis before. And we would get the news if something was down, right? We would have to, because we'd have to tell guests. It didn't used to be like this. There is a clear shift in the people who they have working there since 2021. There were definitely a lot of people that when they lost them in 2020, they did not return to the company. There were a lot of Imagineers that purposefully left the company. They didn't return. They went over to Universal. They definitely, I understand that they are highly concerned with things like shape language, but I just feel like safety should probably be more important, and making things work right should be more important. And they, I know that they've done the testing because we saw the testing being done. So, that's the question. What is it that they missed, and why did they not used to miss these things, but they're missing them now?
Just doesn't make sense at all.
The other thing is, okay, little fires happen, little electrical fires happen, these situations, but not on day one.
Right.
This is like buying a brand new car and you get an electrical fire in the brand new car. Like, this isn't the fault of time and weathering and, parts wear out. This is, hey, Imagineers delivered you a brand new track, a brand new load, a brand new unload. And listen, to some degree, I feel badly because I think, well, what if one of those Imagineers is listening to the show and they just feel awful about this?
Mm-hmm.
But somehow, this company has lost the ability to deliver. I mean, there is a pattern now. There is a very strong pattern that Imagineering delivers lemons. We've seen it with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the broken animatronics, the scenes that don't work. The only thing that still works besides Middle Bat is Oprah Winfrey over on Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
That ride was 10 minutes all weekend. And mind you, if Big Thunder, I think it was until today. No, sorry. Yesterday, late in the day, it reopened, but Tiana's was still at a 10 to 15 minute wait, which means a walk on. And that just goes to show you Big Thunder Mountain was closed for over the majority of the weekend. And folks still didn't migrate over to Tiana's just to get on a ride. That mentality, I'm just going to go on this for the meantime. Maybe the other one will reopen soon, right? Nothing. It was a walk on all weekend. No one's interested in Tiana. No one wants to go on that. And it's just like every ride that gets closed and refurbished, Astro Orbiter, and I'm just trying to think of the other one within the last year that have been closed for refurbishment and are not functioning up to par. I can't really put my...
Oh, there's huge swaths of Epcot that just don't work. I mean,
yeah,
we did the park, and there's just huge chunks of that park.
Well, don't go out of your way to go to Rock and Roller Coaster when it reopens on May 26th. Give it time.
That's a great point. Maybe wait a few weeks to go to Rock and Roller Coaster because
do not kill yourself. Wait.
It functioned before it closed down, but who knows when it reopens when they tinker around with it.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, there's one thing we can say for sure: be like Middle Bat. Aim for little middle bat, okay? Never stop flapping, never stop flying. It doesn't matter if there's a fire. Middle bat.
Hey, you know what? If I was stuck in that cart at that time and the bat was flying, I would have started playing on my phone the anthem from Gotham. I would have just started full blast.
Middle bat.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.